Today, I'll continuing with the problems on inverse Z transformation. Okay. Uh, I have one more examination problem. X of Z is equal to is an examination problem for 4 marks. Z to the power of 4 plus Z square divided by Z square plus 3 by 4 Z plus 1 by 8 with ROC mod Z greater than half. Mod Z greater than half. So this is an examination problem. Okay, right. So how to do this kind of problems? Okay, right. Now, so in this numerator, first of all, what you should do, we have to go for partial fraction of x of z by z. X of z by z. So what you should do, take one z common, x of z divided by z is equal to what? If you take z common, that I have transferred to the denominator, we get z cube plus z divided by z square plus 3 by 4 z plus 1 by 8. Okay, right. So if that is the case, we have now, if you want to take the partial fraction for this one, what you should do is, basic condition is numerator power should be less than denominator power. Even if it is equal also not. So highest power is what? Second order this one. This is third order. Therefore, you should divide the numerator such that numerator power will be less than the denominator power. So therefore, what I do is, I'll go for division. What is that? Z cube plus Z, and this is what? Z square plus 3 by 4 Z plus 1 by 8. So then what you should do? So if you want to get Z cube, multiply by Z. So what will you get? Z cube plus 3 by 4 Z square plus 1 by 8 Z. So this will get cancelled. Then what will you get? Minus 3 by 4 Z square minus 3 by 4 Z square, and then Z minus 1 by 8 Z is nothing but plus 7 by 8 Z. Right. Z minus 1 by 8 Z is what? Z 1 minus 1 by 8 is 7 by 8. Okay, right. So therefore, what will you get? 1 minus 1 by 8 is 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 by 8 you will get it, right? Now what you should do? Still power is 2, but denominator power is 2. What is the condition I said? We should divide the numerator from the denominator until they get the numerator power is less than the denominator power. So therefore, what you should do? Once again, you want z square, no? And minus 3 by 4 also required. So therefore, what I do is minus 3 by 4 I will write it. This z square is readily available. So therefore, what will you get? Minus 3 by 4 into z square is minus 3 by 4 z square, and plus into minus 9 by 16. 9 by 16. 9 by 16 z, and what is that we have? Minus 3 divided by 32. Subtract this one. So this will be gets cancelled. And what is that? These two gets added up. 9 by 16 plus 7 by 8. You do it with calculator. You will get it as 23 by 16 Z. 23 by 16 Z. 16 Z. If you subtract, that means when you are subtracting it, this become plus. Add it, and plus 3 by 32. While subtracting, it become positive. Okay, right. So now what is that you can write it? So if that is the case, then I write it as x of z by z is equal to x of z by z is equal to z minus 3 by 4 z minus 3 by 4 plus 23 by 6, this one 23 by 16 z plus 3 by 32 whole divided by, okay, right. So find out the factors for the denominator in your using your calculator. So then we get the factors as z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3. Sorry, z plus 1 by 2 into z plus 1 by 4. Z plus 1 by 2 into z plus 1 by 4. When you find the roots in the quadratic, in the calculator using quadratic equation, okay, solution, then we get it as what? Z plus roots as minus half and minus 1 by 4. Therefore, you will get it as this one. So you call this one as x1 of z and separately you do it. x1 of z. So x1 of z is equal to, let us call that second term as x1 of z. Go for the partial fraction of that one. What will you get? 23 by 16 z plus 3 by 32 whole divided by z plus half into z plus 1 by 4 is equal to a divided by z plus half plus b divided by z plus 1 by 4. So therefore, what will you get? 23 by 16 z plus 3 by 32 is equal to a into z plus 1 by 4 plus b into z plus half. Okay, put z is equal to, z is equal to minus half. If you put z is equal to minus half, what will you get? Minus 23 by 32. Minus 23 by 32, minus 23 by 32 and plus 3 by 32 is equal to, what will you get? A into, what will you get? Minus half plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 4. So this you divide first. Before taking the LCM itself, we can cancel out. So this is 8 times. This is also 8 times. Take common, 32 common, and then you can say it as what? 8. Okay, right. Now what is that we have? Minus 23 by 8 plus 3 by 8 is minus 23 plus 3. LCM is 8, no? So which is nothing but, what is that we get? Therefore A is equal to 8 LCM, right, as it is, and minus 23 plus 3 is what? Minus 20, which is nothing but equal to what? 2 times from 4 minus 5. So minus 5 by 2 you will get A. A is minus 5 by 2. Is it minus or plus? You check it out. Okay, right. Minus of 1 minute. Minus 23 by 16 plus 3 by 32. So A is how much? Okay, right. Sorry. So here Z is minus of plus 1 by 4 is minus 1 by 4. So therefore this will become what? This minus minus gets cancelled. This become plus 5 by 2. Okay. Put Z is equal to minus 1 by 4. Then what will you get? 23 by 16 into minus 1 by 4 plus 3 by 32 is equal to B into B, what is that? B into what? Minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 is plus 1 by 4. So this is 8 times and this 4 gets cancelled. Okay, right. Now what is that we have? So therefore B is equal to, take the LCM. 8 and 16, LCM is 16. And this is minus 23, and this is 2 times 2 into 3 is 6. Okay, right. Minus 23 plus 6 is what? B is equal to minus 17 by 16. Okay, minus 17 by 16 is the right answer. Okay, right. Once you get this, substitute these values to A and B in that equation, and then what do you get? Substitute this x1 of z there. So therefore, what will I get? x1 of z is equal to what? x1 of z is equal to A is how much? 5 by 2. 5 by 2 divided by z plus half plus minus 17 by 16 minus 17 by 16. B is minus 17 divided by z plus 1 by 4. Therefore, x of z is equal to, now you cross multiply this z. Now you substitute this one, x1 of z in this equation, and you cross multiply this z. What will you get? If cross multiply this z, what will you get? Z square minus 3 by 4 into z plus 5 by 2 into z divided by z minus half minus 17 by 16 into z divided by, cross multiply this z will come. So cross multiply z divided by z minus of minus 1 by 4. Okay, right. Once you get this x of z, go for the ROC. Sketch the ROC. Mod z greater than half. When you sketch the ROC as mod z greater than half, mod z greater than half, this is where, so this is half. Mod z greater than half. Where are the poles? One is but minus half, another is minus 1 by 4. So one pole is at minus 1 by 4, another pole is at minus half. Greater than half is the ROC. So since the pole radius is less than the ROC, it leads to what? Right-handed sequence. Will you agree with that? So therefore, what you should do? Right-handed sequence, you should write it. So therefore, x of n is equal to what? Take the inverse z transformation of z square. Inverse z transformation of z square is what? Delta of n plus 2. Inverse z transformation of minus 3 by 4 z is what? Minus 3 by 4 is constant, delta of n plus 1. And inverse z transformation of this one, 5 by 2, inverse z transformation, that z divided by z minus a format, minus half to the power of n into u of n plus minus 17 by 16 into minus 1 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. That's it. That's how we should do the problem. Okay, right? So whenever they ask this kind of problems, you should carefully observe that always you should see that numerator power should be less than the denominator power after taking x of z by z. Okay, right. So after taking x of z by z, so don't try to check for the x of z itself. So only for x of z by z, for that, if the numerator power is less than denominator power or not, you should check it. Because for that only, for x of z by z only, we are going to take the partial fraction. So therefore, you need to check for that, right? That's how we should do the problem. Right? So go for one more problem. This is an examination problem. Okay, it is easy one. X of z by, okay, right. X of z is equal to, this is another problem. X of z is equal to z plus 1 divided by 3z square minus 4z plus 1 with ROC mod z greater than 1. Okay, right. So when you are taking the factors, while doing the calculator now, so you should be very much careful while taking the factors. Always what you should do is make the coefficient 1 and take the factor. Otherwise, you will get the wrong factors. Okay, right? So therefore, what you should do is always, you should remember this one. Take the 3 common in the denominator. Make the coefficient 1, then you take the factor. Because calculator will give the roots, not the factors. Because if you take, after taking the roots, if you multiply the factors, you should get the same answer. No, you will not get it if the coefficient is not 1. So therefore, what you should do is always take the 3 outside, then you take the factors, and then you multiply it, and then you multiply the what is that coefficient here, right? Observe carefully. What is we should do it. Take the outside, z plus 1, z plus 1 divided by 3 into z square minus 4 by 3 z plus 1 by 3. And this can be written as what? X of z is equal to z by 3 plus 1 by 3 divided by, now you take the factors for this one. So z square minus 4 by 3 z square minus 4 by 3 z plus 1 by 3. The factors are z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3. Z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3. For this problem, no problem in the, because numerator power is less than the denominator readily. So therefore, we are taking like that. Okay, right. But in this, what is that we have? We have to take the partial fraction for the x of z by z, no? Divide both sides by z. Okay, right. X of z by z is equal to what? Z by 3 plus 1 by 3 divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3, which is equal to a divided by z plus b divided by z minus 1 plus c divided by z minus 1 by 3. So therefore, what will you get? Z by 3 plus 1 by 3 is equal to a into, divide by z, z minus 1 into z minus 1 by 3 plus b into z into z minus 1 by 3 plus c into z into z minus 1. Put z is equal to 0. Put z is equal to 0. Z is equal to 0. What will you get? Left hand side is 1 by 3 is equal to, z is equal to 0 means first term you will get it. A into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 when you put z is equal to 0. When you put z is equal to other two terms becomes equal to 0. Minus into minus plus gets cancelled. 3 gets cancelled. Therefore, a is equal to 1 you will get it. Put z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1 means what? 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is what? 2 by 3 is equal to 1 means this becomes 0. With this will be there. B into 1 minus 1 by 3 is what? 2 by 3. So 3 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, B is also equal to 1. Next, put Z is equal to 1 by 3. Put z is equal to 1 by 3. Z is equal to 1 by 3 means what? 1 by 9. 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 is 1 by 9. 1 by 9 plus 1 by 3. 1 by 9 plus 1 by 3. What will you get? 1 by 9 plus 1 by 3. If you take it, LCM you take it, 9. What will you get? 1 plus 3. 4 by 9. So you will get it as what? Left hand side is 4 by 9. 4 by 9 That is 1 by 9 plus 1 by 3 is 4 by 9. So 4 by 9. Okay, right. So how will you do that one directly? Okay, 1 by 9. 1 by 9 plus 1 by 3. 1 by 3 can be written as what? 3 by 9. 3 by 9. 3 1 by 9s plus 1 1 by 9 will get 4 1 by 9s. That is 4 by 9. So that way also you can do it. Okay, right. 4 by 9 is equal to 4 by 9 is equal to the last one you will get it C into 1 by 3 into what is that we have 1 by 3 minus 1. 1 by 3 minus 1 is minus 2 by 3. So how will you do all these things orally? Sometimes it is not must that you should use the calculator. So what you should do is orally we should be able to do it. What is this one? For example, 1 by 3. See, this is 0, this is 1. This can be divided into 3 parts. And each part is what? Out of these 3 parts, one part if you take it is 1 by 3. This is also 1 by 3. This is also 1 by 3. If you take out this one, this is nothing but what? 2 1 by 3s. That is nothing but equal to what? 2 by 3. So like that, so what you should do? So out of this 1, if you subtract 1 by 3, what is left out? 2 by 3. Out of this one, if you out of 1, if you subtract 2 by 3, you will get it as 1 by 3. So just you can orally try to do that one. Okay, right. So 3 into 3, 9. This 9 gets cancelled with this 9. And this is 2 times. Therefore, C is equal to minus 2. Okay, right. So that's how we should do it. So we got the C as minus 2. Okay. So once you get this one, then we can go for substitution in the for the A, B, C and cross multiply the Z. Okay, right. So x of z is equal to cross multiply this z here, and A value is what? 1. So therefore 1 into z by z plus B is also 1, which is nothing but z divided by z minus 1, and C is what? Minus 2. Minus 2 into z divided by z minus 1 by 3. Z minus 1 by 3. ROC, what is that he said? Mod z greater than 1 by 3. Mod z greater than 1 by 3. Okay, right. Now, what is that we can write it? Z gets cancelled. X of z. X of n is equal to, take the inverse Z transformation. Inverse Z transformation. X of Z, inverse Z transformation. X of Z is what? X of n. Then 1 has inverse Z transformation delta of n plus, what is that? All of them are right-handed sequence, no? U of n. Inverse Z transformation Z divided by Z minus 1 with mod Z greater than 1 by 3. Right-handed sequence is this one. Minus 2 into 1 by 3 power n into U of n. That's it. That's how we should do the problem. Okay. Now, let us go for one more problem. So, this is the way we should do the problems. Similar kind of problems are a little bit small changes are there. So, such kind of problems I am doing it. So, if at all, and one more key point in this problem, in the last problem is what? Factors. While taking the factors in the calculator, while taking the roots, from the roots you are going to make the factors. Please note that coefficient of z square should be 1. If it is not 1, divide by that coefficient so that you can make it 1. Okay, right. Now let us go for one more examination problem. X of z is equal to z to the power of minus 1 divided by minus 2z square minus z to the power of minus 1 plus 1. Okay. Now, what you should do? You'll have to make the powers positive powers. Z to the power of minus 2, sorry. This is z to the power of minus 2. Okay, right. Now, what you should do is multiply by z square. Multiply by z square. Multiply by z square in numerator and denominator. So what will you get? X of z is equal to, z square means what? You will get z divided by minus 2 minus z plus z square. Okay, right. So now what is that we can write it? X of z by z is equal to, take the z to the denominator. X of z by z is equal to 1 divided by, rearrange it, z square minus z minus 2. So factorize this one. So if you factorize this one, what is that you get it? Z square minus z minus 2. The factor for this one is z minus 2 into z plus 1. 1 divided by z minus 2 into z plus 1. Go for the partial fraction. A divided by z minus 2 plus b divided by z plus 1. Okay, right. Therefore, 1 is equal to what? A into z plus 1 plus b into z minus 2. Okay, put z is equal to 1. Put z is equal to minus 1, sorry. 1 is equal to, this is 0. B into minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. Therefore, b is equal to minus 1 by 3. Put z is equal to 2. 1 is equal to a into 2 plus 1 is 3. And this is 2 minus 2, 0. Therefore, a is equal to 1 by 3. So once you get this, rest and all is very simple. Okay. X of z is equal to, cross multiply this z to this a and b and substitute the values of a and b. A value is what? 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into z divided by z minus 2, b minus 1 by 3 into z divided by z minus of minus 1. Okay, right. So now you go for the ROC. ROC I am not given, sorry. ROC for this one is not given. We will have to assume that right-handed and you should do it. Since the ROC is not given, right-hand, assuming right-handed, in the examination he has not given that question. What is that? ROC. In such situation, assume that inverse. So right-handed is easy one. That's why I'm assuming it. Inverse transformation of it is x of n is equal to 1 by 3 into 2 power n into u of n minus 1 by 3 into minus 1 to the power of n into u of n. That's how we should do it. And since it's assumed, no need to write the ROC and sketch the ROC, right? So this is another problem what we have seen in one of the examinations. Okay, right? So another very interesting problem. What is that we have is, to do this problem, you should know the properties of ROC. I gave a list of properties, around nine properties I gave it. So recollect that one, and also the meaning of poles and zeros, that also I should use it. Okay. So what is that he said is, find the inverse Z transformation with certain condition, he said. Okay, the question is like this. X of Z is equal, a little bit twisted question, very interesting one. X of Z is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 is z to the power into z to the power of minus 1 plus 2 divided by 1 minus 2 into z to the power of minus 1. Here, partial fraction is here. Rather than writing it, you'll have to do the, what is that? Thinking more marks will be there, because partial fraction is readily available. So you no need to do any partial fraction. So what you should do here is, you need to, what is that? Think, and ROC is not given, but ROC, to obtain the ROC has given certain conditions. Based on the condition, you should decide, what is it? Okay, first condition is signal is causal, he said. Signal is causal. Second one, we will get different answer for that. Signal has DTFT. Signal has DTFT, discrete time Fourier transformation or Fourier transformation. Okay, right. How to do this problem? So that means these two conditions were given to obtain the ROCs, different ROCs. So what is that question? Find the inverse Z transformation. Find the inverse Z transformation when signal is causal, when signal has DTFT. If that is the case, that means instead of giving ROC, he has given the condition. From the condition, we should be able to generate the ROC. Okay, how exactly we can do it? Okay. Take the LCM, multiply numerator and denominator by z in this one. What will you get? Z divided by z minus half, it is fine. And plus 2 into z divided by z minus 2. Okay, right. Signal is causal means what? It is a right-handed signal. Right-handed signal means what should be the ROC? First case, signal is causal. When the signal is causal, what is that we have? It is a right-handed sequence. Therefore, ROC should be what? Either mod z greater than half, or mod z greater than 2. Any one of them we should do. Okay, right. Which one you should take it? Observe here. Let us say if you take mod z greater than half, mod z greater than half, I will take it. Mod z greater than half means what? Like this I should write it. Okay, where are the poles? Poles are at where? Poles are at where? One is at half, another one is at 2. One pole is here, fine. One more pole is at 2. Okay, but this doesn't exist because one of the property of ROC says that poles cannot lie inside the ROC. I mean to say that poles cannot lie inside the shaded area. Therefore, this is not possible. Okay, right. So therefore, what should be the ROC? That means the basically poles are the, what do you mean by poles? See, this condition you will understand only if you know the meaning of pole and a ROC. What do you mean by pole and ROC? Poles are the points in the Z plane wherein the x of z is equal to infinity. ROC is nothing but what? It is region of convergence. It is the region specified in the Z plane for which x of z is obtainable or finite. How can we have, see, infinite and finite can be occurring at the same point? It is not possible. So therefore, the shaded area indicates what? Where x of z is finite. Poles is nothing but what? Where x of z is infinity. So therefore, this is not possible. Mod z greater than half is not possible. Now let us take mod z greater than 2. Causal means right-handed. Either mod z greater than half, mod z greater than. So this is not possible because when mod z greater than half, it includes the, what is that? Poles. Pole, what is that? 2 inside the ROC. Poles cannot lie inside the ROC. Therefore, mod z greater than 2 is the right answer. When you take mod z greater than 2, I will sketch this way. Where are the poles now? Poles are at where? One is at 2, another one is at half. So poles are not inside the shaded area. So they are here in the empty area. So therefore, here x of z is, what is that we have? Here it is x of z is infinity. This is also infinity. Therefore, this is correct one. So therefore, with this one, both of them are right-handed sequence now. Therefore, take the inverse Z transformation. What will you get? X of n is equal to half to the right-handed sequence. Pole's radius is less than the ROC. Half to the power of n into u of n plus 2 into 2 power n into u of n. That's how we should do it. Okay, right. Go for the second condition. And what is that we have? Second condition is what? Signal as DTFT. That means signal as Fourier transformation. When the Fourier transformation exists, so I given in the check the ROC property. In the ROC property, I have clearly mentioned that if the ROC includes unit circle, Fourier transformation is obtainable. Then only Fourier transformation is obtainable, I said. You can check it, one of the property, we'll say that one. Okay, right. Now, we should write the ROC in such a fashion that ROC should include unit circle. At the same time, ROC should not include poles, right? So keep that in mind and you can write it. Because one of the property says that poles cannot lie inside the ROC. And one more thing is, one more property of the ROC says that, so that means in this problem, he is trying to check the student that whether he knows the properties of ROC or not. And application of property of ROC, how to apply this one? Just I gave it, many students what they do, they will mug all the 8 properties or 9 properties and they will not be knowing it. So one, and other than that, it's very simple. Nothing is there in this one because he has no partial fraction, he only has done it. So only thing is, you should how to sketch the ROC based on the condition. So now signal has DTFT. Signal has DTFT. Okay, if that is the condition, what is the ROC? Okay, right. Now you see this, how exactly I am writing the ROC. Now I should take the ROC as what? Where are the poles? Poles are here. One pole is at half, another pole is at 2. I I should take the ROC in such a fashion that what I should do? ROC should not include poles and ROC should not include ROC should include unit circle, but it should not include poles. Okay, right. So if you take mod z greater than half, what will happen? Greater than half means while going away from half, it includes the 2. Therefore, this doesn't exist. Okay, right. Mod z less than 2. Mod z less than 2 means towards the origin from the innermost pole, right? So towards the origin. So if it is towards the origin means what? It includes the pole half. That is also doesn't exist. But at the same time, what is that? Can we take mod z greater than 2? Mod z greater than 2. Okay, it will go. It is correct. But it should include what? Unit circle. Unit circle is what? Whose radius is equal to 1. So it should include this unit circle. This is radius is equal to 1. Okay, right. Then if you want to include that unit circle in the shaded area, then what you should do? ROC should be what? ROC should so that means I should take this way as well as this way. So this is the ROC. So that I have not included. See, one pole is here outside, one pole is here, but it is not in the shaded area. Okay, right. Now it is in, see, it is ROC is not including the poles, and at the same time ROC is including the unit circle. Then only Fourier transformation exists. So therefore ROC should be what? ROC should be mod z lies between half and 2. Okay, this is a two-sided sequence. If that is the case, then x of n is equal to what? X of n is equal to what? Take the inverse transformation, keeping that in mind. Okay, the terms corresponding to the poles whose pole radius is less than the ROC is what? Right-handed. This is left-handed. Half is right-handed, 2 is left-handed. So therefore, half is right. First one is what? X of n is equal to half to the power of n into what? U of n, right-handed. This is what? Left-handed. Left-handed means what? Minus 2 constant minus 2 into 2 power n into u of minus n. For left-handed sequence, z divided by z minus 2, inverse z transformation from the table is what? 2 into 2. So 2 is constant. Minus 2 power n into minus a power n into u of minus n minus 1. Carefully you should do it, right? So that's how we should do it. Okay, right. Go for one more problem. So this is one of the rare kind of question that we have seen. Okay. So another problem. Okay. X of z is equal to this is also examination problem. X of z is equal to 2z cube minus 5z square plus z plus 3 divided by z minus 1 into z minus 2 with ROC mod z less than 1. Okay, right. So this is something different is there. That's why I'm doing this problem. Sir, all similar kind you are doing. No, each one is you are learning something extra. That is the reason I am covering all the different number of problems or more in this, right? Observe here. So first of all, you'll have to go for partial fraction. And for partial fraction, numerator by, okay, first of all, we'll have to go for partial fraction of x of z by z. So still it's x of z only. So divide both sides by, divide by z on both sides. Both sides. Therefore, what will you get? X of z by z is equal to, 2z cube minus 5z square plus z plus 3 divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2. Now you see the powers. Numerator power is also 3, denominator power 3z cube is there. So we should divide the numerator from the denominator. If you want to divide it, what you should do? Multiply it, then you divide, then you split it. Okay, right. What you should do? Multiply this one. Okay, right. So this is nothing but equal to what? So this can be divided like this. So this you multiply it as, so these two if you multiply it, z square minus z minus 2z minus 3z minus into minus plus. So that is now 2z cube, that this one you write it as it is, 2z cube minus 5z square plus z plus 3. Here, what is that we have? So these two are multiply with z cube. What will you multiply with z? Then what will you get? Z cube minus 3z plus 3z square plus 2z. Okay, right. Now you divide it. One time only it will go off. One time, because after multiplying with z, this one you got it, right? So divide that. So multiply, we want 2z cube, no? Multiply by 2. What will you get? 2z cube minus 6z square plus 4z. 2z cube, subtract this one, z square minus 3z plus 3 with ROC mod z less than 1. Now the power is what? Denominator power is z cube, numerator power is z square. Enough. So we can stop at this point. And now you go for, so we should divide until you get the numerator power is less than denominator power. Now the numerator power is z square, denominator power is z cube. That is fine. Therefore, x of z by z is equal to, x of z by z is equal to 2 plus z square minus 3z plus 3 divided by, okay, right. Now split it and write it. Z into, denominator is what? This one now. Denominator is this one. That is split it, you will get it as what? Z into z minus 1 into z minus 2, which is equal to a by z. Sorry. Okay, right. You could write like. So this one you call it as x1 of z because 2 is there now. That's it. Call it as x1 of z. Okay, right? x1 of z is equal to, x1 of z is equal to what? Z square minus 3z plus 3 divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2, which is equal to a by z plus b by z minus 1 plus c divided by z minus 2. Okay, right. Z square minus 3z plus 3 is equal to a into divided by z, z minus 1 into z minus 2 plus b into z into z minus 2 plus c into z into z minus 1. That's it. Put z is equal to 0. Put z is equal to 0. What will you get? 0, 0, 3 is equal to what? A into minus 1 into minus 2, minus into minus. Therefore, A is equal to what? 3 by 2. Put z is equal to 1. Put z is equal to 1. When z is equal to 1, 1 square is 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 plus 3 is 0. What will you get? 1. So therefore, 1 is equal to, first one is 0, second one you will get it, b into 1 into 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Therefore, b is equal to minus 1. Put z is equal to 2. 2 square is 4. 4, 2 into 3, 6, minus 6. Minus 6 plus 4, minus 2. Minus 2 plus 3 is 1. So therefore, 1 is equal to, the last one you write it, c into 2 into 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, c is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, right. Now after getting this x1 a, b, c, substitute x1 of z in x1 of z a, b, c values and give it to, substitute that one into x of z. Directly I will do and cross multiply the z. X of z is equal to, cross multiply z, what will you get? 2z you will get it. 2z you will get it. 2z you will get it. And then for this one, I'll write x1 of z. That x1 of z is what? A by z plus b by z minus 1 plus c by z minus 1. And a, b, c values are there. So therefore, cross multiply that z to that also, this also. So that means for all. So what will you get? A is how much? 3 by 2 into what? Z by z plus b minus 1. Minus 1 into what? Z divided by z minus 1. Z divided by z minus 1 plus C. Plus C is what? 1 by 2 into Z divided by Z minus 2. Okay, right. Z gets cancelled. Now you take the inverse Z transformation. Before that, take the ROC. ROC is what? Mod Z less than 1. Mod Z less than 1. Where are the poles? One pole is at 1, another pole is at 2. This is 0. 0 will be at the center. 0 can lie inside the, see, poles cannot lie inside the ROC, but zeros can lie. This is a 0. Let it lie, no problem. Okay, right. But the poles cannot lie inside the ROC. Now both, all of them are left-handed sequence. Therefore, what you should write? Inverse Z transformation, if you take it, x of n is equal to 2 into delta of n plus 1 plus 3 by 2 into delta of n. Constant, no? This is 1 is there, delta of n plus 1. Delta of n minus left-handed sequence, minus u of minus n minus 1, minus of minus plus u of minus n minus 1. Okay, left-handed minus 1 by 2 into 2 power n into u of minus n minus 1. That's how we should do it. Okay, so check with the tables. In the table, left-handed sequence, what is the inverse Z transformation? Check it out. Okay, right. So another rare kind of problem is there. One problem I will do it only once. We have seen this question. Anyhow, very interesting problem. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, right. Here, this is inverse Z transformation using property. So how to do this? X of Z is equal. Find the inverse Z transformation of X of Z is equal to Z to the power of 6 divided by Z minus 1 plus Z to the power of minus 4 divided by Z plus 2 with ROC, different ROCs, mod Z greater than 2, mod Z less than 1, third one, this is second one, third one, mod Z lies between 1 and 2. This is a very interesting problem, no partial fraction here. So only thing is, we'll have to apply the property and you should do it. Okay, right. So how to apply the property? What property we should apply? Look here. X of Z is equal to, X of Z is equal to, X of Z is equal to, this can be. So this you cannot divide and make things complicated. Sir, keep on dividing Z to the power of 6 from the Z minus 1 until you get the numerator power is less than denominator. That don't do it. So use the property. Which property we should use? Okay, right. Now what is the standard Z transformation? I know inverse Z transformation pair. Z divided by Z minus 1 I know. And rest is what? Z to the power of 5. Z to the power of 5 into Z to the power of 6 you will get now. Next, plus. Okay, right. Z divided by Z plus 2. Z plus 2 is that is Z minus of minus 2. I can write it. Okay, right. If you write Z here, what will you get? Z to the power of minus 5 I can get now. Z to the power of minus 5 I can get it. Z to the power of minus 5 into Z, and same thing you will get it, right? So here also Z to the power of 5 into Z to the Z means Z to the power of 6 you will get it. Now, if you take n naught on, if X of Z, see X of Z is there, X of n. If it is multiplied by Z to the power of minus n naught, you should shift it here. Okay, Z, if it is Z to the power of minus 2 means what will you get? X of minus 2 into X of Z means what? What I should write it? X of what? Equal to what? N minus n. That means find the inverse Z transformation of X of Z and replace n by n minus n naught. N minus what? N naught is what? 2. Okay. Let us see if it is z cube into x of z means what? What is inverse z transformation? Okay. Inverse z transformation x of z is what? X of n. Since it is x of z is multiplied by z cube, right hand side is multiplied by z cube, and this side it should be shifted by an amount equal to what? 3 plus 3. Plus 3 is there, plus 3. Minus 2 is there, minus 2. So use this property. Okay. But ROCs are different. So now what you should do? Take the inverse, the first one. Okay. First case I will take it. First one, take the inverse Z transformation of it. Okay, ROC you take it, mod Z greater than 2. Mod Z greater than 2. So what is that? You can write it. So instead of, okay, here. So first you take the inverse Z transformation of it. Inverse Z transformation of it, in each case you should take it. And what you should do? Okay, now what you should do? X of n is equal, take the inverse Z transformation. If you take inverse Z transformation is nothing but what? X of n. Okay, leave this one. What is the inverse Z trans? So this is nothing but what? Inverse Z transformation of what? Z divided by Z minus 1. If you take this one, if you multiply by Z to the power of minus 5 means what? Replace n by what? N plus 5. I don't know the ROC. For all ROC, same thing will be there. Okay, right. This condition plus. Leave this one. Inverse Z transformation of this one is what? Take it as inverse Z transformation. Take this as inverse Z transformation. Inverse Z transformation of Z divided by Z minus of minus 2. Replace n by what? N plus n minus 5. Replace n by n minus 5. Okay. Now you take the ROC based on what is that? Now you find the inverse Z transformation based on the ROC. The first one, mod Z is greater than 2. Mod Z greater than 2 means what? Like this you should write it. Where are the poles? Poles are at 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Both of them are right-handed sequence. Therefore, x of n is equal to what? X of n is equal to, what is that we have? Inverse Z transform Z divided by Z minus 1 is what? U of n replacing n by what? N plus 5 plus, what is this one? Minus 2 power n into what? U of n replacing n by what? N minus 5. Therefore, x of n is equal to u of n plus 5 plus minus 2 to the power of n plus 5, n minus 5 into u of n minus 5. That's how we should do it. Similarly, what is the inverse Z transformation? What is the inverse Z transformation of mod Z less than 1? Mod Z less than 1. Mod Z less than 1 means what? Sketch the ROC. 1. Where are the poles? 1 and 2. Both of them are poles are outside, left-handed sequence. So therefore, what will you get? Inverse Z transformation of this one is what? Left-handed sequence inverse Z transformation. X of n is equal to minus u of minus n minus 1, replacing n by n plus y. All same. It remains same. And what about this one? Plus minus of minus 2 power n into u of minus n minus 1, replacing n by n minus 5. Carefully you should do that. X of n is equal to minus u of n plus 5. So in place of n you write n plus 5. Therefore we will get minus n minus 5. So minus n minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6. You will get it. Minus of minus 2 to the power of n minus 5 into u of n is replaced by n minus 5 means what? Minus n. Plus 5 minus 1 means what? Plus 4. You will get it. Okay. Substitute carefully and simplify it. Next one. Third case. What is ROC? Mod Z lies between 1 and 2. Okay, right. So now what you should do? X of n is equal to inverse Z transform. Okay, first you sketch it. Sorry. This 1 and 2. Poles are at where? One pole is at 1, another pole is at 2. So therefore, this one is right-handed, this one is what? Left-handed. So therefore, first one is right-handed, second one is left-handed. So therefore, inverse Z transformation of the first one is what? So right-handed means u of n, replacing n by what? N plus 5. And this is what? Left-handed. What will you get? Minus of minus 2 power n into what? U of minus n minus 1. Since the poles are outside, pole is outside, that pole is outside, it is left-handed. This pole is inside, this is right-handed. Replace n by what? N minus 5. That remains same. Therefore, x of n is equal to u of n plus 5 minus 2 to the power of n minus 5 into u of, replace n by n minus 5. What will you get? Minus n. Minus of minus plus 5 minus 4 is plus 4. That's how we should do. This is the inverse transformation using property. So one problem, somewhere he has asked long back, right? But anyhow, just for the curiosity's sake, some of the competitive examination, we have seen this kind of questions also, right? So that's how we can do it. So next, that's all about the problems on what is that? Inverse transformation based on partial fraction. In the next class, I will be continuing with inverse transformation using long division method. Okay, I'll stop at this point. Thank you.